Hi, good morning internet. So it's a chilly Saturday morning again in Shropshire. Now it's officially winter. Got the heater going full bore in the garage just to try and keep it warm, but I don't think we're going to get much heat really. Anyway, so what are we going to be doing today? Update on the Z550, because everything seems to have ground to a halt with that, and I'm very mindful that a lot of you want to know what's happening. So I had some correspondence with TT Motorcycles in Turnhill, just outside Market Drayton, and Tom there, who owns that, and really good of them. He's very kindly said, you know, either bring it down or we'll pick it up and we'll have a look at it for you and see what we can do. But having looked at some of my videos, the wiring does look in a right old state. So I'm thinking, you know, I've been thinking about it for this week really, and just considering, is it really worth spending, I don't know, a couple of £300, I don't know how much it's going to be, 'cause, I mean, they can't even give me an estimate. Of course, how could I expect them to give me an estimate on something that they have no idea about? And the wiring is in such a mess. So do I really want to spend that sort of money on having this repaired, or do I bite the bullet and get in touch with a specialist company that will remake or supply a replica, brand new replica wiring harness? So that's exactly what I've done. I've reached out to a couple of companies that I found through Google really, both UK companies, and they will make a replica wiring harness. So I'm waiting for some feedback from those guys for whether or not, you know, they can definitely do it. Come on. Whether or not they can definitely do it, how much it's going to be, and what the lead time is. I've put so much effort into the Z550, as you can see through all of the videos up until this point. You know, the sandblasting the frame and all of that dirty work, and the paint work on the tank, how it went back and back and back. You know, I don't want to cut corners at this last stage really. And if it's going to cost me another few £100 to get a proper wiring harness, then so be it. That's what it's going to have to cost. I don't think I'll have any problem fitting the new wiring harness, but this thing I've got now, I can't repair it, and I don't know whether I want it repairing because it's in such a mess. So I'm sorry, it's a bit of a disappointment, and yes, the Z550 project is going to be on hold until that happens now. Hopefully it won't be too long, but I suppose we are coming up to Christmas. You know, people are going to be busier, maybe, I don't know. We'll just see. So what I'm going to be doing today is working on the little GPZ 400, and this is the one that ultimately will be selling. It's the one with the 600 engine in it at the moment. I will be swapping that back for the 400 engine. I'm not going to be doing that today. So what I'm going to be doing today is getting outside, giving it a proper good old clean, and seeing if we can do anything with the paintwork. I want to get it running. I bought some Easy Start because of the comment with regards to it being difficult to start because of the cone filters. So I thought maybe that'll help it along a bit. I'll probably have to swap the battery. I've got another one fully charged here, ready to go on. So that's no problem at all. But yeah, this is what's going to fund the rest of the project. This is what's going to be paying for the wiring harness on the Z550, so it's important that I turn some of this stuff into some money really. The track bike will just sit there, and we'll do that when we get round to it really. I've still got a lot of ideas on what I want to do to it, but whether I'll get as far as taking it to the track, I don't know. I'd like to think I will, but I don't have a trailer or anything, so we'll just have to see how we go with that one. But yeah, the little 400, let's just have a look at it. I went through some of the invoices that had been included with the sale. Mickey had put in an envelope for me, and and I could see that the guy who owned it prior to Mickey, this chap from I don't know, up north somewhere, he's the guy who had painted it, because there was an invoice in there for the blue paint, and I think it was half a litre of the blue paint and maybe some red as well. So, you know, he's painted it, okay, and it's like I say, it's all orange peely, but, you know, I might be able to get that out with some really, really light flatting. So we'll have a look at that. As I say, it's nice, it looks really nice, but it's a bit dirty at the moment, so, as I say, we'll get it out, give it a bit of a clean, and then bring it back in again, dry it off, and get the mop on it. See if we can, I don't know if you can see the orange peel effect across the top of the tank, and you can actually feel it, so hopefully it is the lacquer that has caused that. Well, I'm assuming he lacquered it, so yeah, let's have a bit of a look. I did notice that sticker on the front there, so Mickey has obviously tested it on the track. But yeah, it's a pretty bike, it really is. I love it, it's just lovely. shit. Oh, shit. Hey Internet, just a quick wrap up really for today. I've come in now, it's really cold outside, so yeah. Not had a lot of success with the 400 today, haven't been able to get it to start. So I've made a decision. It's always the same, isn't it? It's those little jobs you think that you're going to have to do. Like I thought, well, I'll put the centre stand on, make it a bit easier when I'm working on it. But you can't get the centre stand on without taking the exhausts off, because the the pipes where they run under the engine are so close to the brackets you can't get the pivot screws in, or the pivot bolts in. So I thought maybe I could get away with just taking the rear mounting off and then pulling the pipe away a bit, but no, it was not having any of that, so the pipes have got to come off. So then I'm thinking, okay, still trying to get it to start, wouldn't start at all. Obviously I had the incident with fire, which was it was absolutely my fault. I'd used too much of that stupid easy start fluid. But anyway, so then I thought, okay, maybe I'll put the airbox back on. Well, I can't refit the airbox without taking everything else out from the middle of the frame. So again, that's not really a 5-minute job. So now I'm thinking, and then the battery started, the fresh battery that I put on it started going flat. So I was thinking, well, okay, I'm gonna have to charge that back up again. I hadn't got another fully charged battery ready, and the one that I'd taken off the 400 hadn't had, long enough to charge up. So I'm thinking, well, I'm gonna have to leave it for a good few hours anyway. But I'm thinking, well, if I'm not gonna be leaving that 600 engine in the bike, is it really worth flogging it on like this? So I think what I'm going to do is just bite the bullet and swap the engine. I'll start getting it stripped down, and we'll get that 400 engine back in, and we'll make the effort with that to get that going, because that's how it's going to stay, and it'll be sold with the 400 engine in it. As I say, Mickey said that he'd done a complete top-end rebuild, so I've got absolutely no doubt that it'll be, in great condition for the next owner. I mean, the bike looks really tidy anyway, as I keep going on about, but rather than doing things piecemeal and, trying to do this and trying to do that, I may as well just bite the bullet, take all the fairings off, take the exhausts off, and get that engine swapped over. And then we'll go from there. So I might start that tomorrow. I'm not too sure yet. We'll just have to see. But we'll catch up very soon. If you're new to the channel and you haven't already, I'd please ask you to subscribe. And if you're liking the videos, please give me a thumbs up and drop any comments in the section below. And don't forget to click on the little bell icon, and then you'll get a notification every time I upload new content. And I do at least once or twice a week, so it's very regular in that regard. So as I say, we're sort of parking up the Z550 project for the time being. I know it's going to be disappointing for some, but I've got to get this wiring sorted. I've had one response back from a company that I've been in touch with, and they want £380 as an estimate for producing another wiring loom, but they want the old one as a template. Well, I think the old one's been butchered so badly, I wouldn't want a new one making in that the same as that, really. Maybe they just want it for lengths. I'm not too sure, but I don't know what to do yet. I'll see if I get a response from the other firm, and I've been looking at other companies as well. So it's just one aspect that I just can't do myself, unfortunately. So I might still take TT Motorcycles up on their kind offer to have a look at it. I just don't know at the moment. So anyway, so stick with me. We'll get some work done on the 400, get that up and running, and get it off to its new owner. I want to get it MOT'd first, and make sure it's all bang on, and it will be right when it goes, and it's going to make somebody a lovely bike, that is. All good. Thanks very much for sticking with me. I'll see you soon. Bye, Internet.